Today we explore Coronado Beach, just across the bay from downtown San Diego. My friend Emmi joins me to go digging for Pismo clams. We will focus on this area of the beach, just southeast of the North Island Naval Air Station. To dig for Pismo clams, you need to have a basic saltwater sport fishing license. In San Diego, the season for Pismo clams is open all year round, so long as you are not in a marine protected area. You are allowed to retain 10 Pismo clams per person, and the clams need to be 4.5 inches in diameter at their widest point.
I've got some tools, I've got 2 shovels, so it's good to have a shovel just to be able to get a little deeper. That'll be fun. Got some rakes. These are great to use when clamming. Longer prongs are a little bit better. It's low tide at 12:45 right now. It's about an hour away from that, and it's not a very low tide. It's only about a 0.85 foot at 12:45, and we'll see what we get.
I have clammed this beach twice before on previous years and had decent luck, catching about 5 to 6 large Pismos each time. Ideally, you do this on a low tide, so you don't have to get more than knee to waist deep in the water. I believe the bigger clams are a little farther out from the shoreline, so the low tide enables you to get out as far as you can without completely submerging yourself in the water. Emmi is using the shovel here and ended up preferring this method. You just keep digging and prodding the shovel down in the sand in different random locations until you find your first clam.
Are we doing it? Did you get one? I think I got one. Get it.
You'll know you found one when you hit some bumps and or scrapes with the tool along the edges of the clamshells. Then it's time to get your hands dirty. Keep your tool, whether it's the rake or the shovel, on top of the clam to sort of mark the spot that you had found. Reach down and dig as fast and deep as you can with your hand toward the bottom of your tool to retrieve the clam. Here I'm using the longer prong rake.
The huntress is in the water.
You'll need to press down fairly hard to get the prongs as deep as you can in the sand. Then pull backwards in a slow raking motion, feeling for the little bumps and scrapes against the clamshells. And once you feel one, stop raking, reach down and dig with your hand.
Feel some more?
When you do find one, there are normally a few other clams nearby. So stay in that same area and work in circles or a grid to keep bringing them in. The water temp was a little colder than expected on this day, so it was a good idea to bring a wetsuit. We did this for about 3 hours and we're thankful that we had the extra warmth. The previous times I clammed, it was a little closer to the winter months, around December through February. I don't remember getting any small clams on those trips. They were all well above the legal size. This session was filmed in early November. We caught a handful of small clams, but I wasn't 100% sure what kind of clams they were. There are several other varieties that you can keep at this smaller size, and you can retain up to 50 of them.
So we got 2 that are legal size. They're just at 4.5 inches. And then we got some other little ones that I thought were maybe not Pismos, but I think these are Pismos and they're definitely too small. They've got to be 4.5 inches. So these guys are too small. We think they're maybe all Pismos.
Since we couldn't confirm if these little guys were legal to keep, we went ahead and returned them, digging holes in the deeper water and placing them back in their home. We only got 2 wheels. You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, no. I don't
Smile.
Okay. To open the clams, you'll want to slide a thin knife into the seam of the clam. And quickly work your way to the adductor muscles on each side of the hinge. If and when you can cut through this muscle at the hinge, the clam will open. Now you can run your finger along the membrane of the mantle and use a knife to cut out the tougher portions of the muscles attaching the meat to the shell. The adductor muscles have the texture of a scallop, are more pink in color, and are pretty good to eat. Emmi gets the knife in the right spot at the hinge and adductor muscles and opens hers much faster. Once the meat is removed, you can begin to trim off any dark meat, which is mainly part of the stomach. You can scrape it out and cut around it. You don't want to eat these dark parts. We sauteed some chopped bacon, then added fresh chopped veggies and seasoning. Clam bits are cooking up nicely. We sauteed the clams separately in olive oil and butter for just a few minutes, basically just to reduce the liquids. Then we added them to the veggie mix. Thanks for joining the clam mission. If you have some extra time to spare, or just want to procrastinate a little bit longer, check out some of the other Onaslowboatfastmoto adventure videos: sailing, fishing, overlanding, and dirt bike riding.